Hello everybody, how you doing? Wee Paddy from across the shop, and I'm coming back at you with another wee video today. And I know I've been doing sort of quite a lot recently, but I hope it's not boring you. If it is, please let me know and I can cut them back if it's irritating you. But I just like doing them. You don't have to watch them. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing that it is. Um, so I was just sitting this morning. The wife was having a lie in, and I came into my wee room here, and I just sat and thought, I just like coming up with something different. And any of these you can use as an open tag. I would love people to join in because it's another just, I keep saying it, it's just the way I like to get my knives out there. And I love seeing other people's knives and what they sort of pair them with. This was about pairings today because recently I've been talking about this is my little house pack. And I was talking about my day pack, and I have a little slim pencil sharpener, if you like, for knives in here, the Victorinox one. But this is the one that I'm actually going to put into my day pack. This is the CC4 little pack. Comes like this. I put a leather pouch and there's a little diamond. It's so smooth now you can nearly shine a blade on that. It has the ceramic stone, and on both sides this is very fine, but it refines an edge. This is a die sharp coarse, which is now about a medium, if not a fine, because I've had it for so long. But it's just great for getting a knife sharp on the hoof. During the day when if you're out somewhere and you've got something that you can bring an edge back on your knife. So that's going to be going into my day pack as well, and separately from the other bag. Uh, what else? So I was sitting thinking, over here in the UK, we've got silly laws. We're not allowed to take locking knives outside unless it's for a specific reason. You're out camping or something like that, or a walks in the forest. And I do that quite a lot in the summer, or down the beach where I am. I'll take a locking knife or whatever with me. But I was sitting thinking, what about pairing up some options that sort of look the same roughly, about the same weight, and different prices. And I've picked a sort of wide range. I've got 5 pairs here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going into the knives, and the specific details, because they're all knives you've seen in my channel. Bar, well, one you've seen, but I haven't really done reviews on it. But I just thought I would sit and do 5 pairs of knives that match one locking, one non-locking. And it's such a ball doing it because, I've tried to sort of keep them in color coordination because I'm weird, that I can either choose for indoors or outdoors. And it's nice if I'm going out, I can take one with me, and when I come back in, I can change to the other. Because the one thing that about the difference between folding knives and locking knives is that on the whole, locking knives are a bit more fidgety because you can flick and you can do whatever. I still love the walk and talk of mine. That's my biggest pleasure. But for maybe other people who are not quite so much into slip joints, I've sort of picked knives that have got a bit of action to them. So it makes them more interesting. So let's just get started. The first ones I put it like the 940 is my favorite knife, but this 945, I'm sorry, when I got the 940, it was my Grail knife. So therefore, to me, it'll always be my Grail knife. But I got this little 945 this year, or last year, I should say, and it's fast becoming even more of my favorite to carry than the 940. And I know that is a terrible thing to say, but I just love it because it's penknife size. Do you know what I mean? I can get 4 fingers on it. Is it the most comfortable for long-term use? No, it's not. It's not as comfortable as my 940, but just for a penknife to have in your pocket, I just adore it. I really have become extremely fond of it. So what am I going to match it with? Well, here's what I'm matching this with. And I'm matching it because it's got that sort of blade shape. Can you see that? I'll put these up together now and maybe put my hand. There we go. I know what's wrong, silly old me. Wrong glasses on. Couldn't see that clearly, and I bet you can see it clear as day. Oh, yes. Life is good. So I picked it for the blade shape. You've got this reverse tanto. Yeah, I'll just call that a reverse tanto. It's not really, but... So this is a knife I use quite a lot. I love this. And I love taking this out with me. And I love this one in the house for the fidget factor. At night time when the wife goes to bed, I can sit and flick to my heart's content. and it's as good as any flicking knife. But this, I mean, this is only, this is S30V on this. This is K390, which is a super steel. So this is actually, this is more apt to do longer work than this is, but that's not what this is about. It's not one better than the other. It's just knives that I can pick that, I mean, this will do any sort of job that I ever need. S30V just doesn't bother me. It's perfect. This will last for days upon days, where this will maybe last a couple of days, maybe even a day, but this will last for ages. But I just think they're a nice little comparison. They're roughly the same size. All these knives I've picked are within an ounce of each other. So, and most of them are very close. So I thought that was a nice one to get started with. This is the Pena Apache and the 945. Again, size is about the same. Blade length is about the same. There's not much difference in it. But two lovely knives that one I can keep in the house and use around the house. One I can take outside, one I can keep in the house. So I can sit and do that all day as much as I can flick. It's slower, it's more relaxing, but they're about the same size. And that's why I like this. It's pen knife size. So let me just move these out of the way. I'll put them over there. Next, where shall we go next? Here's the Benchmade bug out. And this was quite hard to pair with. I have got other lighter knives, but I decided I would pair it with this. And this is the Jack Wolf knife. And I decided this solely on colour, because the blade shapes are different. But this is thin and slicey. This is thin and slicey, let me tell you. And it can poke every bit as good as this. This is a fantastic work knife, and so is this. And this is lovely as a light knife to carry about in your PJs. And this, they're within, I think it's, this one's 1.8 and this one's 2.3 or something. There's no difference in them, in my pocket anyway. And this one I just throw in usually without a slip because it's my Micarta. And again, that's why I like the Micarta and the Jack Wolf knives. But this heads up knife, this is full clarity here. This is a £9 clone, and it works. I know a lot of people, you see them on there and they love to tell you about how much the blade rolls and it doesn't hold an edge. This is what I was doing just before I came in, because I just wanted to prove something. I've had this about a year now, right? Never sharpened it, never needed to, because it just uses for jobs about the house. I just wanted to do that. Now, cardboard would never hit it that hard. Can you see any reflectivity there? Because I sure as hell can't. And this is a knife that I've been using for about a year. Do you know what I mean? So don't let people tell you, maybe there is ones that get and they're rubbish. This was £9. This will do me. I don't need any more Benchmades. I've got them and I bought stacks of them, so I've no guilt. I have this just to show, as a comparison size in my site, and I don't use it that often, but for £9, it's lasted me a year, a fidget factor, and it cuts. Go figure. But anyhow, that's not the point of this. Sometimes I just like to say, because anybody that doesn't like clones says, oh, they're rubbish, the steel is absolute rubbish. I don't know what the steel is. I have no idea. But you just see me bashing it there more than a bit of, it doesn't roll an edge. It's just maybe not a brilliant steel, but again, for most of my life, this will do lovely. So if you can't afford all these fancy knives, there's ways to get the feeling of them. This action on this is super, and I've never cleaned it out. I've never done anything with it. It's done all my jobs around the house. But I'm putting it with the Jack Wolf just for the colour. That was it. This is M390. It's just stunning. It is absolutely stunning. Every bit as much a slicer as this is. They really do slice, but this is just a perfect knife to take out with you. It will cover any job. And I'm thinking, it's probably better. My knives that are in the house, I'd be better buying cheaper versions, that are flicky, because you can buy this with the Axis Knock now on basic knives, budget knives. I'd be better buying more of the budget knives rather than, you know, the Benchmades and all, because this is the one I'm going to take out and I want to have the edge with me when I'm out. So, but a great comparison for me. One outside, one inside, and both will do whatever jobs I want. Now, shall we go really high end this time? Yes, let's go really high end. Well, this is high end versus medium price. This is my Cherbakov small stretch. Just a gorgeous knife. Absolutely, listen to that thwack. This is all titanium and M390. He hasn't made this model for quite a while now, and it was about 280 when he made it the last time. There's only one shop you could get them from in Europe. But I'm sure there'll be more the next time he makes them. I think he will make more, he has said, but not just at the minute. So, I mean, it's about a £300 knife. This is about a £150 knife after my discount. It's a bit less, but I'm sort of rounding up. And this is the Who knives, which I've recently been doing. There's a video up on this, and there's 10% discount. Go to the main video, and you can claim that. This is M390 titanium, same as this. This has got a flat grind, really nice thin edge. This has got this has got a flat grind, but it's not as thin behind the edge. More of a working knife, strangely enough, for the indoor. And this is the outdoor knife, but they'll both do. I mean, they're both gorgeous knives, but one's twice the price of the other. Is there a difference between this and this? Yes, there is. There's not a difference in the blade steel. There's not a difference in the handle, but there's a difference in the action. There's a difference in the blade grind. There's lots of differences, but there's, you know, as far as materials go, they're exactly the same, and they'll do, you know, this will be a better slicer than this one, but this will still cut. Do you know what I mean? It mightn't peel a grape like this one would, but it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter, does it? I mean, how often do we judge our knives against grape slicing? But these are two beautiful knives. Love having them in my collection. This is available. Sadly, this one isn't. You have to get this, and they're very hard to find. It took a long time to get one of these now because people are not letting go of them because, I mean, this is Sebenza-ish. I mean, it really is just a beautiful knife. It's on bearings. It just drops down to your thumb. It is beautiful. This is a double detent. Again, perfect for the UK market. Both got beautiful clips. This is a high-end clip. This is your budget clip. Do you know what I mean? There is huge differences in quality, but in use, not that much difference. There we go. There's 3 down. Let's go from the highest down to my most budget pick, and this is the Ganzo, and this is a sort of homage to the this is the homage to, and then blank, the R2D2. This is the Ganzo. This is in 440C, which is an absolutely fantastic steel, done quite well by Ganzo. Really nice, comfortable knife. An R2D2 with an axis lock, so it gives it the fidget factor. Really lovely knife. Just got this one recently. Again, I can't take this outdoors, but this is a great one. You know, this is a 20-odd pound knife that I can have in the UK in my house, or if I'm going camping, it's a great little camp knife for eating your steak or whatever. And I've put it up against this, the Twisted Assisted. This is their traditional knife, and it's a sort of copy of the Lanny's clip. Stunning knife, absolutely stunning. This is VG10, but these now are about the same price. I think this is 30 odd. Yeah, it probably is about the same price. I think this is 35 and this is somewhere around that price anyway. Over here, maybe a bit cheaper, but this is a super working knife for in the house. Absolutely cracking knife. Lovely high saber grind. It's just gorgeous. This is a little slicing machine like the R2D2 is. It's the 440C is better than the Oz 8. Not as good as the D2, but then this is about half the price of a D2 R2D2. So with a 440C, I'm quite happy. This will do me my day. Super knife. 2 super knives there in the budget category. And again, I've sort of kept the colours, but they'll do anything, whether it's indoors or outdoors. For me, there's not one. There's nothing one would do better than the other, except stay closed. And that is the difference. And again, if you're used to slip joints, that's never going to bother you. Now, here's probably one of the most popular knives that's on it. This is the Para 3, which seems to have just taken off. I don't know whether it's more popular than the Para 2. I personally, a Para 2 is not my favourite knife. I have a Ganzo copy I'd rather have. But I love this, and I love this. I didn't so much like the plastic handled one. I like this with the G10. I really, really do. I know it's plastic too, but I've got a deep carry pocket clip on this. There's nothing fancy about it. This is a wee clip I got from China. I think it cost £3. Works absolutely perfect. Not a huge spring, but it holds it in my pocket. I've never had it come out or move. Love this knife. It's just a super little all-round knife to carry in your pocket. Really, really gorgeous knife. And then I paired it with my newest acquisition. Not an acquisition, it was a gift from Justin. And this is my Ashley Harrison custom he commissioned for me. It's in blue bone, very dark on one side, very light on the other. I just love the look of this knife. It is gorgeous. Again, the sabre ground, which gives it a bit of beef, and you know, there's no difference in weight in these two. This will be thin and slicey. This is about the house. And this is about the house. I can't get used to saying it. This is about the house. This is outside the house. This will do me for prying, poking, anything outside the house. This is just an all-rounder. Great to take camping. It is just a useful knife to have in your pocket. Really is. Blade steel, this is an 01 tool steel, and this one's an M390. This is a higher range Para 3. I just love them two knives. Two beautiful knives to carry in your pocket. And both will do, again, any of the jobs that I want to do in life, these two will do. Two beautiful knives. So there you go. A bit of everything sort of thrown into one. But if you want to make a video, please do. Please just get them out and make videos. Let me see what knives you use and what you would match up for, you know, different occasions. You know, you can pick anything you like, whether it's going to weddings or going to funerals or going out with the boys on a camping trip. Just let me see what you have in locking and folding, and try and pair them up to locking and folding. I've gone for sort of colour. They're all sort of colour. I'm a weirdo. They're all colour coordinated as such. But let me see what you've got. And it doesn't matter if they're colour coordinated. All this is for is just to see knives. And I love seeing other knives that anybody has. It doesn't matter whether you're completely budget. I couldn't care. I have as many budget knives as I have expensive ones. In fact, I have more than I have expensive ones. But I enjoy getting my expensive ones out. I feel no guilt about them. It's taken me a long while to build up this collection, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I hope you do. I hope you like seeing the different knives that I have. And probably sadly for you, I'll just keep making videos when I want to. And I'm enjoying doing them at the minute. I'm enjoying the variety that I've got now, that I can pick little scenarios and do like this. And I hope you do too. So let me see what you've got. And even if you don't see it, show me in the description. You don't have to write 5 out, but give me your favourite pairing of a non-locking and a locking. Or if you don't have any slip joints, show me your favourite two sort of large and small knocking knives. Don't show me, just write it down in the description. And let me see what you classify as your good ones, you know. And the good one has nothing to do with price. It's your good knives, a locking and a slip joint if possible. If not, just stick me to locking knives down. Doesn't really matter at all. I just like seeing knives. I really do repeat myself. Sorry. I'm away for a wee cup of tea. Take care. Bye-bye now.